Deep in the heart of the forest, there's a road that doesn't exist on any map. Those who find it speak of a strange feeling, like stepping into another world, one where the air is heavier and the sounds of the forest seem to vanish. But once you're on it, you can't turn back. Jake had heard the stories but dismissed them as local folklore. On a chilly autumn evening, he found himself driving alone through the woods when his GPS malfunctioned. The road ahead looked normal enough, but as soon as he crossed onto it, the sky darkened unnaturally. The first sign something was wrong. There were no sounds, no birds, no wind, just silence. As Jake drove further, a thick fog began to creep in, swallowing the road ahead. His headlights barely pierced the mist, and shapes, dark, indistinct, seemed to move within it. Every now and then, he caught a glimpse of something out of the corner of his eye, but when he looked, there was nothing there. Suddenly, the radio crackled to life. At first, it was just static, but then he heard them, whispers, barely audible, repeating his name. He tried to change the station, but the dial wouldn't budge. The whispers grew louder, more frantic. Jake's pulse raced, but there was nowhere to turn. The road stretched on. The fog thickened, and soon Jake had to pull over. Stepping outside, he felt the chill immediately. The air was different, heavier, colder. As he looked around, he saw them. Tall, shadowy figures standing just beyond the mist, their eyes glowing faintly in the dark. They didn't move, but they were watching. Jake bolted back to his car, heart pounding. But when he looked in the rearview mirror, the road behind him was gone. The trees had shifted, closing off the way he came. In front of him, the figures began to move slowly toward the car, their footsteps eerily silent. With no way out, Jake floored the accelerator, but the car wouldn't start. The figures were closer now, almost at the window. Their faces were indistinct, blurred by the fog, but their eyes burned with a cold, unnatural light. One by one, they pressed their hands against the car, surrounding him in silence. By morning, the fog had lifted, and the road returned to normal. A search party found Jake's car, the engine cold, the doors locked, but Jake was gone. Only a faint imprint of handprints on the windows remained, and deep in the trees, something watched, waiting for the next traveler.